Good morning. Mr. Clock says hi.
Mr. Clock was a little bossy this morning. Boy, we have some friends already. Brandy B and Draw With Me and The Daily Sigh and Aisha Draws and Razzie, Netsu, Alexander. Wow, everybody. Let's see. Hey, Gail's here. Good morning from California. Wacky Watercolor Wednesday. How are you two doing today? My fam and I are watching / listening to your live stream as we embark on a road trip to Vegas.
Ooh, fun.
Please drive careful. And hi, good morning. Kurt says good morning to you. Greetings from Southeast Asia.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bryce says hello from Utah. And Gail, we got your wonderful package but have not opened it yet. Yesterday was a very busy day for us work-wise, but that's on deck for this morning. We have a Marguerite from British Columbia, Canada this morning.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And Bethany says, hello, my favorite tea and crumpets.
Uh,
All right, that was cute. Love that. Whoops. Wait. Sorry, I didn't move the microphone over. Whoops. For those of you who couldn't hear me, Bethany said, hello, my favorite tea and crumpets, which is pretty darn cute. A girl who loves cows says, yay, more art.
yes.
Shell says, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good evening from Finland. It's 4 p.m. right now. That's Shadow Fox. Good evening from Finland. Say hi to Teemu Solani for me.
All right, so
happy birthday to Matilda. And
happy
Artsy
birthday,
Badbrook.
Matilda.
Artsy Badbrook says good morning. Razzie says hello from Kuwait.
Hello.
Hello from Finland. Drinking tea right now. That's Antisocial Alex. Yay, you and me both. Cheers. Let me grab my cup. Vanessa says good morning. Any fun adventures lately? Oh boy, howdy. I wish.
No adventures.
Mm-mm. It's been really, it's either been freezing cold here, which makes Scott want to just hunker down in the Hobbit hole and not do anything.
Ugh, I need sun.
I know, you guys, he's dying. Although, I will tell you a funny story. Wait, but first let me read more comments. Good morning from Southern Ontario. Hello from France. The Daily Sigh says, hi, Mr. Clock. You're getting love, Mr. Clock. Hi, I love your videos. Hello from Australia. Good afternoon from Sweden. Shaylee says you guys are amazing. Well, we think you're amazing too.
Thank you.
Ryer is watching from the Philippines. Hello from Zurich, Switzerland. Oh, I want to go to Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland. Danny also says hello from Switzerland. Bruh, it's night here. 10 p.m. Wow.
Well, don't stay up too late.
Yeah.
You need your beauty rest.
Consider us tucking you in. More hellos from the Philippines. Good morning from a morning in homeschooling, LOL, working on science. That's Clarissa. Keep working hard, Clarissa.
Where is my eraser pencils?
Okay, so
I moved everything.
Yeah, the other day Scott was having a moment, and so he cleaned the art desk, and now things are not where they're supposed to be. And he's
Technically, it was where it was supposed to be.
Was it?
Yeah, it was in a little
in the
pull-down drawer. Yeah.
And you actually found it in the drawer?
I found it.
Wow,
I said,
guys!
Where would I have put it?
Guys, you're here with us, witnessing a miracle this
Where
morning.
is putting it away?
What does putting it away look like? And if I was going to put it away,
if I was the type of person who would put things away,
where would that be?
Where would I put it?
Seeing Scott draw makes me want to draw too. Thank you guys so much for streaming and for always being so nice.
Oh, my pleasure. And I hope you can all see how messy my drawing is. I thought I would not finish the drawing before I started the live, because I know a lot of you want to see the process. But it's very messy with a lot of erasing and a lot of second guessing, and the other downside is I don't know if I'll be able to finish it in time, because if this takes me another 20 minutes, and that's less time I have to get the inking and the painting done.
Miriam says hello from France.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take off my sweatshirt because it's now warm.
Okay, also known as Scott can't decide if he's hot or cold lately, so we have to have sweatshirts in every room of the house. That way, if he's freezing,
I'm
he
going
can just
through menopause.
He can just grab one and put on, which is the opposite of menopause. I'm hotter than Hades all the time. He's freezing cold.
This is like the coldest winter ever.
Oh, it was not the coldest winter ever. Oh my God. Wham, wham, wham. Jeez. Meanwhile, I go outside and the steam's running off the top of my head. Chumba says I'm going to have this stream on in the background while I work on my portfolio for college. Love y'all.
Love you too. That sounds great.
Marushka says this is my first live. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Hey from Alabama.
Hello, neighbors.
Are you guys getting rain too? We are getting so much rain this morning. We woke up and Scott looked out the window and said, "Oh, it's raining." And I went, "Yep, I'm not getting up."
Yeah.
There's no point because Arwen's going to be sad. So she gets so depressed when it rains because she doesn't get a chance to WALK. Hello from India.
Hello.
That's from Araya. I've started journaling in a Hobbit themed journal. Thank you both for always being so inspiring and encouraging. Oh, that's Stormbringer. Oh my God. They make Hobbit themed journals? That's so cool.
That is cool.
Oh no. Ben says we got an earthquake shockwave yesterday. It was about a 4 magnitude at 11 p.m. Could you sleep after that? I couldn't sleep after that probably. What's a color you've been using a lot lately?
Well, I only have 12 colors in my palette, so I use probably Windsor Orange the most.
Kika says, hello from Georgia, USA. You are such an inspiration to me.
Well, hello, neighbors to our right.
East and south, honey.
Well, okay.
And right depends on which way you're looking. If you're looking south, right is west. I can't take him anywhere. Nahik is from the Maldives. Oh, I want to go to the Maldives. It looks so pretty. That's where like all the beautiful things swim in the ocean and it looks beautiful and warm. What's the best place you've ever been to?
To date, I would say Venice, Italy.
Yeah. Haley Angel says, sends you a tip, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And says, ever tried using rubbing alcohol with watered down gouache? It makes interesting looks. Hope the Hobbit hole doesn't flood for you.
Oh, thank you. No, I haven't, honestly. That is an interesting thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Rubbing alcohol and gouache. Ain't no way you noticed me. Ha ha, I did. Hello from Pakistan.
Hello.
Good morning. I'm watching these while doing art class in homeschool. Hello from the Netherlands. Let's just take a minute because I'm going to take a minute. You guys are we have the best melting pot here. The best melting pot. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good morning from the zucchini. Somebody's quoting Animal Crackers. Your sketch is fantastic.
Well, thank you. I am still trying to figure out where all the parts go.
Our poor friend over here in the Netherlands is doing JXX Sketches is doing math homework. We're sorry. But it's important. It's important. Hello from Australia. The Aussies are represented today. Oh.
So I am looking at the shapes. I am trying to follow the flow of the hair, deciding what part I like, what part I don't. So I'm going, okay, the hair comes here. It's going to go off the page. It's going to come back here. There's another part over here. Or is it all one piece? I'm just trying to figure it all out.
He's having a morning.
It's not a bad thing. I like doing this. It's just
We all know you like hair, honey. Figuring out where the hair is going to go is like your sweet spot. Your like happy place. Lion Gamer Art says, hello, I'm new to your channel and I love your art. I like art too. A lot of your art belongs in a museum. Any tips on art?
You're very, very kind. My best tip is always to draw every day so you get used to drawing everything you see. That is probably the best tip I could give you.
Let's see.
See, I don't like this little three-parted thing where it kind of splits out. So I'm going to get rid of that, but I just don't know what to do.
Razzie says, I absolutely admire your art style. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Sweet. Everyone would like to know, starting with Lily Potter, who and what are you drawing today?
So this is, so as you guys might have noticed, let me look at
The other ones?
the other ones.
It's Women's History Month.
So, let me hit stop on this. For day one, what can you?
Yes, I can. There you go.
Okay, so for day one was of Women's History Month.
Thank you.
My friend Ashley read a little bit about Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice with a quote from Pride and Prejudice. I didn't paint Jane Austen. I didn't paint anybody from her thing. I just wanted to paint something that was kind of inspired by it. So the second day was the poem from the Jewish trans woman. Again, wasn't painting the person, just inspiration. The third day was Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein. So it kind of has a little bit more of a gothic feel to it. And then the fourth day was Maya Angelou. Again, I'm not painting.
Maya Angelou.
Actually, she says Angelo.
Oh.
I looked it up. But maybe Angelou. I don't know. But I'm not painting the authors. I'm not painting their characters or their writings. I'm just trying to do something a little bit more where it's just art inspired by. And so today's video is going to be on Joy Harjo. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But she was the poet laureate. She's from the Muskogee Creek Nation, indigenous. And so I'm trying to do an indigenous Native American woman.
Don't forget to hit record.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see.
Oh, but the cool thing is, where's my phone? Is it over here?
Right, yeah.
I was also kind of inspired by one of her book covers. This one.
Oh,
Right?
that's lovely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Can you please add an Indian vibe to it?
No, this is Native American, not
this is-
Indian.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hello from the Netherlands. Do you have any advice of how to finish a sketchbook? That's Vishka.
The best way to finish a sketchbook, honestly, is to give yourself a theme. Like I'll do like a Harry Potter theme or a Lord of the Rings theme or something like that. So that way you're like, there's 30 pages and I'll pick 30 characters and kind of go with that. That's my best advice.
Let's see. Aisha draws, just finished exams, is scared for the results, and wants to know if Scott was a good student in school and did he score good marks?
Nope. I was a bad student and scored bad marks and barely passed. Which is why I became an artist.
Correct. Anne Marie's here. Putting things away is the best way to forget about said things and to lose them. That is correct, my friend. That is correct.
This is just
especially for Scott.
This is also another testament to having good paper, is because you can erase and erase and erase and erase and erase and erase, and it will not degrade the paper.
Good morning, avocado. Let's see. Where are we here? Eric is here and says, good morning.
Hey, Erica.
How you doing, Erica? Scott started drawing when he's about 6 or 7. Let's see.
I think there needs to be...
Hi, I'm a young artist. I started when I was like 8. I stopped a while ago. Recently, I found your channel. It really inspired me, and I just want to thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Patrick says, my daughter, 13, is a budding artist, but only draws the same thing over and over again. Do you have any advice on how to help her break out of that and expand into drawing other things?
Yeah, I did that.
Wait, stop. Patrick, you are an awesome parent for wanting your daughter and encouraging your daughter to draw and explore her art.
Yeah.
Now go ahead.
I did the exact same thing. There is a... I don't know if there's a video about it, but I talked about it, I think, in one of my videos. But I used to draw a character, Orion the Barbarian. I was really into Conan. And honestly, it is just, I think, a part of how we learn. That said, if I can go back in time and, give my younger self some advice, I would say that character I never wound up drawing again. I didn't learn anything. I just kept trying to get better at it by just doing it out of my head and trying to improve. But it was wasted time. So I would say just from somebody who did the exact same thing, trust me, they can still do it, but I would spend time, I would keep a separate sketchbook, just a sketchbook where they also filled it up, where they drew something every day, just something mundane. I was doing a series called Draw Everything Every Day, where I would just draw just things around the house. Salt shakers, crayons, toy robots, tape, whatever it might be.
Because everybody has toy robots hanging around.
Yes, but try that too. Just ask her to keep a journal where she has to draw something every day from sight. And then she could still draw what she wants, and I think it'll really, really help.
The view out of the Hobbit window is rainy and dark this morning. We've got friends here from Spain and from India. We are getting a lot of rain. Yeah, it's really coming down, which makes Arwen just depressed because she can't go outside. Lily Chick says, well, Donna, I learned that people with autism have trouble regulating temperature. That's probably why Scott is so cold and hot these days. He's never been like that before, though.
I've always just been hot.
He's just always been, he's been consistently warm forever.
But that is,
But,
that's a new thing.
It's a new thing, and we're getting older, and body chemistry changes.
Yeah, see, I don't like this. This feels a little more like tendrils and not Art Nouveau-y.
Okay. Some people have said that they like the little 3 things of the hair. Beans is doing homeschool history right now while watching your lives. Let's see. This might seem like a silly question, which it's not, because no questions are silly. What is the typical use of gouache, and how does it differ?
Gouache, I learned gouache so I could do a movie poster. It's more opaque. It looks like traditional painting, like an oil or an acrylic. It looks like paint. Whereas watercolor, you still see the paper. It's very transparent. So that's the benefit of gouache is it's water soluble, so you can pick it up and noodle and whatnot. But
it gives good coverage.
It does, yeah. So let's see.
But it also dries in a reasonable amount of time, unlike oils that take about 3 years to dry.
Oh yeah, it dries as quickly as watercolors. So if I get rid of this space, so this isn't open anymore.
You guys keep asking to see the process from the beginning, and be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite thing about drawing?
I think proportions. I hate trying to get my proportions right.
Your paintings inspire me to do better in my architecture classes where it's required to paint in watercolor. That's Dean.
Oh, that's great.
Adric drew red pandas for their reading journal. Yay!
Love it.
Gosh, so many of you here.
So usually I will plot out the hair, like where it's going and how it's doing. Like when I did this one, I kind of drew a line, and that was it. And then I would have like little tendrils kind of come off of it. I did not do that with this one because it kind of splits, and I kind of had it come back in, and that's what's currently flustering me. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. It's just I hope you guys don't mind. I hope this is not boring.
Shri, Scott has a video on photo reference in the Art Hacks playlist, so start there. Chicken the Jeff asks, how do I start watercoloring? And Jamie says good morning.
Oh, good morning, Jamie. I mean, you start watercoloring by just getting some watercolor and playing around. Honestly, it is not nothing mystical about it. It is just you're going to work light to dark, and there's some videos. There's some videos on it.
Pinkin asks, hi, what is the best way to get better?
Drawing everything every day. Just draw every day. Don't worry about paint. Don't worry about color. Just draw.
Do you use different thicknesses of graphite in your sketches? Like H and B when you do your sketches?
Not thicknesses. That's
that I'm reading
heaviness.
the question.
No, I'll usually use one particular one.
Hey Scott, I got into watercolor because of your shorts. Thanks so much for making lovely and inspiring content.
Oh, I love that.
Summer says, I love your Frankenstein piece.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites too.
What do you do when you are not in the mood to draw?
I'll play video games.
Mm-hmm. He still hasn't figured out his new hobby thing, which I keep poking every once in a while. Hey, figured that out yet? Hocus Pocus, if you go to the Art Hacks playlist, there are a tremendous amount of tips for watercolor in there. And if you have a specific question, go ahead and ask that. That would be great. Let's see. Any tips on how to sell fan art without violating copyright? I'm seeing all these artists do it, but I don't know how.
You can sell fan art.
Mm-hmm. Original art, not prints.
Yeah, I've only had studios come and ask me to, or they didn't ask, they demanded that I take down, a painting once or twice. But for the most part, studios will,
if it's original art,
if it's just an original painting, original fan art kind of painting, they'll let you sell it without any kind of takedown notice. It's when you start to try to mass produce, when you start to make prints. That's when they'll
go after you for the copyright. But fan art is usually never a problem. Are you gonna or will you think of making stickers of these? That has been asked.
Yeah. I think we'll do like what we did with the. I'm also considering maybe doing bookmarks again, or whatever these were. That might be kind of nice too.
Scott's in a mood. Can you tell?
All right, I'm going to start inking and see if I can clean it all up in the inks. Oh, I did want...
Hey, Blueberry Bella's here. Please approve my follow request in Insta. Okay, so I have 2 Instagram accounts, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, go over to my DSava producer account, and that one is going to be my public account. And the other one I'm keeping private because there's no way I could... I just have some family things on there I'm keeping private. What are some cheap art supplies for beginning? Jonah would like to know.
Paper and pencil. Mm-hmm. That's the best thing you could do.
The Grabby set, if you want to try watercolor, is a cheap set and has everything in it you need. Ben Lee says, hi, Scott. Just here to let you know that I love your art and you are really inspiring.
Well, thank you very much. It's so nice of you to say so.
Joanna says, could we see any old art from your school days? What is that video?
Oh, it's there's a video. It's watch my art grow over 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted it maybe 10 days ago.
Hold on, I'm just asking someone to do something for me really quick. My brother is autistic and loves to draw. He is 8, but I've showed him some videos of yours. Thank you so much for the inspiration.
Pleasure.
That's so great. You know what? I think it's wonderful that you're so supportive of your brother. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV series?
Animation might be Avatar: The Last Airbender or Speed Racer. Live action would probably be The West Wing. The original Law and Order, Justified.
Okay, Artsy Batbrook says, no, this isn't boring. I learned so much by just watching how you are sketching and what parts you are choosing to keep or erase.
For better or for worse.
Again, Scott's been drawing since he was 6 or 7. Okay, Joanna wants to know, how do you go about drawing chins for faces?
Chins are hit and miss for me, and I erased this one so many times. Gosh, the cameras are so in the way right now.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see what he's.
I can't get close to this piece to really see what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have here's a tip to make sure that all of your chins are great. I don't really have that. But
okay. Manny Cinnamon asks, may I ask if you have any advice for people who started drawing later in their life?
There's no best time to start. You didn't miss out on anything. Just start drawing. Don't try to go and make. I know a lot of people like your sister Michelle. Mm-hmm. I remember she was just like, I'm going to get oil paint and I'm going to make a painting, and then just jumps right into a sunset or something like that. And I think that is a lot of people's. They'll go to a drink and draw type of thing, or and you're. That's not the best way, in my opinion. I think the best thing would be to get a sketchbook and just start drawing every day. Get your eye and your hand coordinated to see the world around you, and think of it like photography. You're just kind of just your hand is the camera, and then your eye is going to see what you want to draw, and then just go around drawing things. And I think it'll really, really help.
Also, can we have kudos for you wanting to try drawing at a later point in life?
Yeah.
And not being afraid to try? Can we just have a little you go? Because that's awesome. And you're not afraid to try. And I think that's, the older I get, and in my most humble opinion, I think if you try something new, you'll find something you love. That's if you don't have something you love right now. I think, and I don't think you're ever too young or too old to try art. I don't think so. I mean, unless you can't hold a pencil and you're a 1-year-old, I mean, I think it's great that you want to try. Let's see. Archie says, yet another proof that art can help you survive the cruel world. It is wild you didn't know you were autistic your whole life.
Yeah.
It's certainly made things a lot easier. Let's put it that way. You wouldn't think so, but
finding out, discovering.
Yeah, discovering that he is, things just make so much more sense. And let's see. It's just 760 says, hi Scott, I just wanted to tell you that in college in the UK, I chose you to study for an artist study. I was just wondering what made you realize that you love drawing, more specifically hair.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you. I'm honored. What made me realize I like drawing? Well, my mom was an artist. My uncle was an artist. So I had art around me. But what made me realize I liked drawing hair was actually discovering um, Alphonse Mucha's Art Nouveau, and seeing the way that he designed hair and gave it life made me want to learn that.
You really, you've always done really good hair, though.
Yeah, yeah, I liked hair, but it was always more photorealistic.
Yes.
And, but maybe a little bit more J.C. Leyendecker.
Okay, let's see. Can you draw or paint Disney characters? Scott has done so many Disney characters over the years. Do you sell your drawings online without being painted so that someone else can paint it?
No, but we did put a bunch of my line arts from the Hair Journal and the 30 Days of Studying the Animals and or the 30 anyways. But they're up on the
website,
on our website for free.
Yep. And you can download those and print them out onto a nice piece of paper.
Yeah.
And you can paint them. What is the pink thing on the desk? It is randomly distracting me today, trying to figure out what it is.
To post it. Sorry.
Oh, God. I'm surprised nobody's asked where the Hot Wheel is.
Yeah, where is Esmeralda? There she is.
Yeah. And where would the light bulb paperclip be?
God, I think that's long gone, isn't it?
Better not be. That was mine. You stole it.
I think you took it back.
No, I didn't take it back because you said I'm not giving it back to you.
I would never say that.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Let's see. Hi, Scott. I've been drawing for my whole life, and I recently found my art style because of you, so I just wanted to thank you. That's Matilda.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you,
That's
Matilda.
great. Can you share your sketches with us, your art with us?
If you feel comfortable doing so.
Yeah,
Don't do it
thank
if you
you.
don't.
We should definitely qualify that. Sorry. Yes. I have a little problem. I want to draw, but I have art block. Any tips?
Yeah, there's a video on Art Block.
There's also Celine Star. There's also videos on faces, shapes, and everything else. Robin and Breaded Dragon. That's cute. Breaded Dragon. That's funny. Autism is making life a nightmare. Can you give me some tips?
Oh God. I don't have that much experience. I'm definitely not qualified to give tips on that. But
maybe from the perspective of something that's helped you.
Yeah, the thing that's helped me was giving myself a place and a way to escape when stuff gets overwhelming. Headphones, noise canceling headphones.
Those have been
really
a
help.
godsend.
And if you can't afford, the electric kinds, there are cheap. What are they? Just like construction kinds you can get for like $25 that work really well too.
Yeah, you can get them at Home Depot.
But I think wherever you got diagnosed, the doctors should be able to give you some professional tips. So and I would always trust the doctors over just random people on the internet.
But sometimes it's nice to hear from other people
of
who
course.
are going through it.
Just find that thing. For me, it's art, but find that thing that you can escape into.
Yeah.
And just be kind to yourself.
Yeah, and I don't think people, and I don't think you have to be autistic to have a place that you can escape into either. I think if you want to read a book or journal or do something to pull yourself away from the crazy of the world, because the world is crazy. Let's just admit this. I I think if you just look and see what makes you calm. I just recently took up running on the treadmill because that makes me calm. 53 years old, right? Never done that before. Go figure. Just find something. There will always be something. Ooh, a nice cup of tea is always good to calm down too. What are you laughing at?
Because you sound like Billy Crystal, a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
Everything always goes back to the Princess Bride, doesn't
Bride.
it? It always comes back around. Any advice on teaching people art? I have a friend that wants my help to improve their art for an art college, and I want to do the best I can for them.
Well, the first thing first is just remind them that you are not a professional. People go to school and they get degrees to learn to teach. So keep the expectations as low as humanly possible.
Nice, dear.
But secondly, they want to go to art school. I would say
they're in art school.
They're in art school. I mean, they're going to be, if they're in art school, they're surrounded by teachers. So I think at this point, it's just a matter of maybe they want you to keep them motivated to continue to make art. In which case, I would take them to museums. I would take them out to sketch. I would give them things to sketch. Let's sketch together. Let's draw this. Let's draw that. I think that's the best thing.
Let's go to a park. Let's go to a museum.
The practice of drawing is the most important thing.
Okay, best beginner alcohol markers.
I like the ones from Artbeak, which we have a link on our site for those.
Do you have any advice for beginning a sketchbook? You did that. You did.
Yeah, I did.
Setting up the first day in your sketchbook. So look for that video. Lots of love from Spain. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing your art with us. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Annabelle says hello from California. Nice to see you doing your thing.
Thank you.
I cannot figure out how to draw 3D bodies. Do you have any tips?
Yes. You're going to... I had to do 3 hours of figure drawing every day in art school. You're going to draw from life. Draw from photographs. Don't try to do it out of your head. Draw from what you see. Do that every day, and you will learn it. The other thing you can do is pick up, there's a couple of good books I recommended.
They're on the website.
On the website.
Page.
How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and I think it's Constructive Anatomy.
Okay, this person says, have you ever tried a drawing app called Endless Paper?
You know what? I was approached by them to try it. They were gonna, send me the
demo?
app and whatnot. But it's a gimmicky kind of thing. I just didn't see how my work would really it's for those of you who don't know, Endless Paper is digital, and so what you could do is you could zoom into this earring here, and then in this earring you'll see that there's a landscape, and then you zoom into an island, and then on the island there's a treasure chest, and then you zoom into the treasure chest, and then there's this outer space scene, and you just keep kind of going in and in and in and in, and you keep going deeper into the painting, and it
Why?
makes it's endless, canvas kind of things. But basically,
okay, when I think of Endless Paper, I think of, do you remember I showed you that artist who had a roll of paper on her dining room table, and she would just draw whatever was on the dining room table in the morning?
No, I got
and she would roll it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I think Endless Paper, I think of a paper roll that just keeps, you wind it up and it
and
just never
is
finishes.
In and out.
But you're going deeper into something.
Deeper into it.
But you don't ever get to see the thing that's out if you're going deeper in.
It's a gimmick, and I'm not saying gimmick in a negative way, but I'm just saying it's kind of a gimmicky thing where you make a video of someone zooming in, and then people go, "Oh, that's really cool," and then that's it. I mean, you can't print it, you can't display it.
Do anything with it.
It is just something that you can.
It's just a digital thing for video.
And I'm sure you could do something like that, or maybe like an NFT or something like that. But the point is that it's
basically for all online.
It is. It's a digital thing that didn't appeal to me personally, but and it's a very cool concept, but I haven't found a use for it with my art.
Okay. Let's see. Rodeo Clown is 13, loves your art, and really wants to learn from you. How can I send you art? I really want to.
Oh, we have a Discord.
You can join the Discord, and you can send us art there. And we go on there and check that. Do you have a favorite emoji?
Me? Mm-hmm. It's probably the heart emoji.
Mm-hmm. I love you and all, but my favorite emoji is the teacup. Sorry. How do you get better at composition? I can draw, but I suck when it comes to backgrounds. My mind goes blank. Any advice?
It's there's a couple videos where we talk about thumbnails and negative space, and I would look at those because you don't really have to do backgrounds, but you have to design the paper or the canvas that you're working with. You have to decide where the edges are, how your character, if there is a character, how they interact with that kind of thing. So that's at least how I do it.
Okay. I think it's funny that Ruby says, "Oh my God, that sketchbook is so tiny. Why did I think it was bigger?"
It is.
Sorry.
This was actually, it's sketch wallet. It goes into a larger wallet, which but yeah, it is a sketch wallet.
What do you think about about sketching using mechanical pencils?
I tried so many times because I love the idea of a mechanical pencil, but it just I haven't found one that works for me.
You don't really like a mechanical pencil. You like the feel of a regular pencil.
Yeah.
You've tried.
But I also don't have a favorite pencil. I go back.
Yeah,
I'll use a number 2 pencil. I'll use this 3H pencil. I'll use.
Yeah, you're annoying.
If there's a pencil, I'll use my colored pencils.
Yeah,
use.
He doesn't really care. He's not specific. I think I sort of did Logan a disservice that way, because I used to get the CW Pencil Enterprise was this little shop, a little stationery store in New York City, and they used to do a pencil box. And I used to get, and literally it was what it said it was. It was like an old school, you would get pencils and notepads and pencil sharpeners and all sorts of cool things. And our son, I would wait for him. After a while, he would come and take my pencils. And after a while, I would just wait for him to open up the box when I would get the box. And he took a couple of really cool mechanical pencils out of that box, and he's been obsessed with mechanical pencils ever since.
Yeah.
So, but he's engineering too. So
yeah, he's now engineering.
Yeah, there's a different, and he does not want to sharpen a pencil ever. It takes too much time to sharpen a pencil. Lilybug says, as far as filling sketchbooks, I'm currently working on a year-long challenge with a theme for each month. Plants, poses, clothes, etc. The themes help me with ideas without the limits of prompts.
Yeah.
You know what? What a great idea.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of prompts because it's like, now I've got to think of something. And when I do, like the hair journal or something, it's just, I know that I'm doing something that I want to do, and I'm just have to, and the hair journal is one of the harder ones because I'm still trying to decide what I'm drawing, what reference am I using, et cetera, et cetera. But, if you were to, when I do the Harry Potter ones or the Lord of the Rings ones, I just know that there's this many characters and I could look it up,
Yeah. I am having a morning. My glasses are not working. My eyes are not working. I'm tired. Let's see. You know what? On the prompts thing, I remember what I was going to say on the prompts thing. Sometimes when you're writing as opposed to art, prompts are a good thing because they make you think about, like, if you're sitting in front of a blank piece of paper, a prompt list can really help you, like, write about a favorite memory from your childhood, or write about your favorite thing to eat and describe the texture and the flavor and the feeling and things like that.
Oh my God, that would kill me.
Honey, lots of things would kill you.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of there's a lot of good things to be said with prompts when you're writing. I don't know for art. Can't speak for art, but for writing, sometimes that helps. Recommend the best paper that you think is the best.
Depends on different paper is made for different mediums. For watercolor, I like either the Arches, which is what I'm using here, or Be Creative sketchbook. For sketching, I like something like a tan paper. I have this, and I also have a Strathmore sketchbook. For gouache, I will use hot press, but I don't really have a preference. Watercolor paper. So it just depends on, like for markers, I like the Ohuhu sketchbook, and for colored pencils, I like Strathmore's Prismacolor, or Strathmore's Bristol board.
Okay, I am all over the map with comments today, but Blick has been in the chat for a while, and I missed another
comment.
comment.
Blick.
And says, we noticed the overlaps in the hair are very distinct. Tons of information encoded into each contour.
Yeah, sorry. I'm you know, you never know what you're going to do, how it's going to come across. Sometimes you'll do hair. I'm kind of doing hair more like this, which is something I've been really enjoying, you know, like this. But then other times, you know, I'm trying to find other hair that I've done. Hair like this hair is more of I'll find the dark and I'll feather to the light. But then there's this hair, which is just very, very just a little more designy. And then this one where I'm, you know, creating individual curls. And so I love doing both, but I think, you know, just I never know until I get into it.
Apparently there are more comfortable mechanical pencils that you can try. Lily says, I've seen doing a book series on my Instagram page where I pick a book and draw pictures of those characters for a month.
Oh, that's great.
That's interesting. I think prompts are great to get you started. Drawing every day, also great for composition because you have to think about how to merge X objects together in a single drawing.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think you've drawn Game of Thrones characters, have you?
I have.
Have you? Okay.
It was a commission, and I did 4 of the characters. I made a video, but I don't think I posted it here.
Yeah.
I think it's on TikTok.
Daniel Sketch Art wants you to draw Arwen for Draw Everything Every Day. Scott does have a DeviantArt account. There's a link on our website.
Oh, yeah. DeviantArt has some really old art.
Okay, Scott is not using an art set right now. Okay, so Matilda, you can't do anything in the Discord because all of our mods that are on the Discord are also here. So as soon as the live is over, you'll be let into the Discord.
So if you'll notice, I'm just finding the flow of the hair, and then I'm going to start adding some lighter lines as well. But I think the colors are going to help.
Lula says, I love mechanical pencils mainly because I get so annoyed when I have to stop and sharpen my pencil.
Yeah.
See, I'm 100% the opposite. I love getting the pencil sharpener out.
Speaking of pencil sharpeners, I'm going to be doing a video on pencil sharpeners tomorrow because we had a nice company that offered us a couple pencil sharpeners to try out. And so, and I have been sorely in need because this X-Acto one is just dying on
dead.
me. Yeah.
Who's the woman talking?
That is my lovely wife. And she is...
And how long have you been married?
Oh, God. Let me see if I can remember. It's been 30 years. Now, she is reading the comments. Her name is Donna.
Hello. I just got here. Please tell me what you're drawing.
This is day 5 of Women's History Month, and my friend Ashley will be reading from Poet Laureate Joy Harjo, and she is from the Muskogee Creek Nation, an indigenous American tribe, and so I'm doing something inspired by that. Okay, so let me...
Okay. Guys, I
Erase.
am all over the map with comments today, so I'm just going to start going from the bottom back up for a little bit here. Ellen says, oh, good, I desperately need a new pencil sharpener. Well, apparently the two that we've got are supposed to be really good. Blick says, we have to go, but we promise to watch the whole replay. Looks beautiful.
Thank you, Blick.
Have a great day. Oh, and we have a Santa in the chat. Santa says, happy Wednesday, everyone.
Hey, Santa, how are you?
Good morning, friend. How are you? How are you? How are you? And how's Mrs. Claus? Oh, Chan says, your wife sounds so nice.
She is.
He don't know me very well, do he?
She's a real peach.
Oh, I'm something.
My wife is the bee's knees.
We haven't decided what that is yet. First time I made it for a live. Yes, he is going to paint this. You guys have just been asking for a while to watch Scott do.
You guys wanted to see me draw.
The draw.
It took me a long time to kind of get this. And I still have some designy stuff to add to the dress. And but I'm just trying to get rid of some of the...
And he will be painting with watercolors today. Yep. Will be painting. It's just, it takes longer with the... well, you guys were watching the pencils and then the inks, and now you're going to see the rest of it. Yeah. Do you think you're going to be making one more video with a mixture of poster paints and acrylics?
Well, I haven't done poster paints before, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more acrylics, but we'll see. We'll see.
Bethany, can you do me a favor and check into... Sarah, Leanne, we don't let people into the Discord while we're live because our mods that are here also moderate our Discord, and we're not gonna ask them to do all of this. It's too much work. So after the live, they'll go through and they'll let you in, and if you've read the rules and everything's cool, you'll be able to get into the Discord. Mechanical pencils can be great because they're super portable versatility. You can get a lot of value in smooth shading with just one tool.
Yeah.
Clarissa says, I like to use prompts for like Inktober. I can still think out of the box with a prompt, but it does make it easier to come up with a concept.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Sarah says, I found the best pencil sharpener for me are the tiny metal ones. The big fancy sharpeners barely work.
Yeah, I need an electric sharpener.
Yeah. Well, you just want to be able to go zzz and be done with it because you're usually in the middle. The Discord is just Sava Art. It's the same as the same as the channel. Citrasoon says, I enjoy whittling my pencils instead of sharpening.
Wow.
Yeah, Scott doesn't have the patience for that. Chum Soul says, every Wednesday without fail, I dip the paintbrush into my coffee cup instead of the water cup. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. What do you suggest, Prismacolors or Caran d'Ache? Well,
if you can afford it, the Caran d'Ache were way better. But both of them are expensive, and I did make a video on why I don't use colored pencils anymore. Mm-hmm. And
you did indeed.
I would definitely look at that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go.
Okay, I am slow today because I just finished my first cup of tea. Usually by now I'm almost at the end of my other cup. Crazy.
All right, let's get some watercolors over here.
Do you sell any of your art? Because I really want to buy some.
I do. We have some pieces as cheap as $20 on the site. And
yeah, go to ssavaart.com and there's our store is there.
I try to make it as affordable as possible.
Okay, Scott's not using an art set. So for everybody that's on it, we've had a lot of questions about your supplies today. What pencil were you using today?
I was using a 3H pencil.
Okay, was it a Faber-Castell?
No, it was one of these Royal Graphite pencils that came in that set.
What paper are you drawing on?
This is Arches paper.
Oh, so it's the really expensive paper.
It's the expensive paper.
Okay. And the pen that you used?
Is a zebra brush pen.
Okay, so you will find Arches paper on Blick. You're not going to find it on Amazon.
I think we might have it on.
On Amazon?
No, on our
on the
website.
thing. Yeah, all of our stuff is on there, but people are asking, so I just wanted them to do
Yeah.
that. So the and all the paints that Scott uses, you'll find the colors that he's using on our website, but he uses the same basic 12 colors from Winsor and Newton. And they're the professional watercolors. And the brushes you're using right now are the
These are by Etcher Labs.
Etcher Labs brushes. Okay. So, all of the stuff you will find on Scott's art supply list on the website. Hold on, I wanted to read this one. The
Blow dryer.
Okay, Maddie is a high school art teacher. I've showed your channel to my classes to show them that colored pencils have such potential and abilities. They all want to get to painting and skip colored pencil. Thanks. Oh, everybody's impatient, aren't they?
Yeah.
Such is the life of youngsters.
I think that's wonderful that you're doing that too, though.
Now they want to know what kind of tape you're using.
Oh, this is the painter's tape from Plaza Art. It is not cheap.
It's $12 a roll.
The bane of Donna's existence.
Oh, did you not say blow dryer?
I did.
Oh, are you sure? Okay, somebody said, my ears.
Oh, yeah. No, I said blow dryer. I'll warn you before I use the blow dryer.
Yeah, for those of you that are new, Scott's going to use a blow dryer to dry the layers of watercolor in between, but he'll scream blow dryer first. So, do you like the smell of pencils? This person likes the smell of pencils.
I don't recall having an affinity for it, but neither do I recall having an aversion to it. So I think I am ambivalent.
Ooh, ambivalent. There's a big word for
I said
something.
affinity, aversion, and ambivalent.
I know. In the same sentence. I know. You're freaking me out. Those are some big words, man.
I know. Blow dryer.
Annika says, hi, I really love your art and your stories. I've been making art for a while, but social media and all the recording always haunted me, but your content inspired me. Love from India.
Oh, thank you.
When will you be doing another live? We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Do you use lead holders?
I have pencil extenders, if that's the same thing.
Yeah. June says I actually made it to a live.
Welcome.
Yay! Sorry to make you stand for so long, but thank you for taking the time to show us the drawing process.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Let's see. Wondering if you could draw a cartoon character next. Scott has drawn so many cartoon characters. Are you going to do Inktober this year?
I don't know.
Maybe you'll do some more Octavia?
Maybe I'll do more.
October.
Yeah. October. We'll see. Blow dryer.
Oh shoot, I missed the. Do you prefer the Ohuhu markers?
I don't have a preference for the Ohuhu markers over the Artbeak markers. To me, they're markers are markers.
Mm-hmm. However, if you're going to use markers, he does like the Ohuhu.
I like the Ohuhu sketchbook. Yeah,
those are really great. And there should be a discount code on our website for that for 10% off. I hope it's still valid. What are your favorite mediums or the most enjoyable?
What I'm doing right now, watercolor. I really like that. I also I like playing with markers. I think it's a lot of fun.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Clock. All
We
right.
really need a Mr. Clock sticker. We do. I think I want to expand on that. Is your favorite medium the most enjoyable thing for you? What do you think is the most enjoyable kind of art for you to do?
I think there are days where I want to do stuff that's thicker. I want to, be more bold, and those days I'll either do gouache or I'll do markers and colored pencils or something. But I feel like if I have my watercolors and my zebra brush pen and my good 100% cotton paper, I can achieve most anything now. I feel at least finally comfortable with a medium in that way. Kind of like the way I felt when I used to do colored pencils years ago.
Yeah.
I was like,
You
yeah,
were
I can
do this
it.
with my eyes
Yeah.
closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
But-
that's really it.
When you're doing something, like, do you prefer to? Because I get the
Impression?
no, I get the pleasure of watching you do art in so many different places that other people don't get to see. So when I see you sometimes, I see you in different situations, like when we're in the doctor's office or we're on an airplane or we're whatever, and you're a little anxious. I see you take out your little sketchbook and you'll sketch something to get your mind off of what we're doing. But then I see you with your travel bag and we're out, and sometimes you just seem like that is like the greatest thing ever. Like, I've got my sketchbook and I've got my watercolor kit.
It's so rare that I get the opportunity to sit down with my watercolors and whatnot, because we're always moving, or we're always it's too hot or it's too cold or it's raining, or So I think because of that, I'm probably very happy when that happens.
Yeah.
But it is. I think I use art for different things. I use art to make money. I use art to make, to help me when I'm stressed. I use art to, pass the time when I'm bored. I use art to give as gifts when I don't know how to console people when they've lost somebody, you know? So I use art for so many different things. And it's never the same. So it's all like, this feels like I need to do this in this medium. This feels like I need to do this, this.
If you could pick one of those things, though, is your favorite way to do art, like, would you say your travel journal is your favorite way to do art? Or is it just where you are at that moment?
No, my favorite is the travel journal.
Yeah.
I love the colors. I love the feeling. Like I said, I feel like I can capture so much more with the watercolors, but I don't I don't always want to do watercolors, and so that's just like I said, that's why I will pull out the markers some days, or the gouache.
I was just wondering what your happy place was. I'm spitballing at this point, because it just sort of sparked something in me, and I was just wondering because you can take a journal and a pen anywhere and write, but to do art and to do different mediums of art and I've never heard you describe it quite that way. Like, I use art for different things, but it's definitely 100% true. It's just interesting. Sorry guys, I went on a little tangent there. What is Scott's opinion on garden gnomes?
I'm a little wary of them. I think they're up to something. I don't know what, but
They're taking over the world.
blow dryer. All right, so now I have, these are the basic colors of what the materials are. Now I'm going to come in with some shadows. And to do that, I'm going to do that with the purples.
So Daniel Ethan says, hey, yesterday I drew for 5 hours with my cat on my lap and I just got into a flow state and was like a therapy session for my problems. So thank you for introducing me to art.
Oh, I love that.
That is probably the best thing. That's my comment of the day right there, Daniel. That's fantastic. And you probably felt so good when
Your cat was probably really happy too.
Oh yeah, well of course the cat was happy. Aditi, I'm going to go and agree with Bethany. Scott does not do oils, would never think of doing oils, doesn't want to do oils. However, our resident oil painter, Bethany Primrose, is putting up new oil tutorials. And I'm very excited for her. So go give her a follow and check out all of her oil tutorials that she's got up so far. And while you're at it, anytime there's a cat going along in her video, that's Picasso. Love that cat. All attitude. Have you ever painted Johnny Cash?
I have not.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Josh would like to see that in black and white. You have used a water brush. Dorothy says, have you ever tried that? I first started out with that and now I don't like normal brushes.
Yeah, I used to do those. I used to fill them with ink and paint with them, or do ink illustrations with them. So I did like them for a while.
Do you have a tip for the brushes spreading at the end?
Get new brushes.
That's
what I do.
I was just waiting.
Yeah,
I was like, I knew
am
it.
not patient. I don't fix my brushes. I'm like, nope, I'm getting new ones.
Santa says, beware of gnomes. They always have an agenda.
Right? Blow dryer.
They look like they have an agenda. They do. They really do look like they have an agenda. That's so funny. Are you guys aware of the long Furby community?
Furby?
Yeah.
Furry?
No, Furby. Furby. Long Furby community. I don't know who that is.
No. It like the old toy from the 80s?
I don't know. Bethany says, I have a video on brush care coming out in a couple of weeks. Aw, there you go. As long as it doesn't include putting brushes in your mouth, you're fine. Bad Bethany. Never, never, never put brushes in your mouth. Have you ever painted or drawn Clint Eastwood?
No.
What's your favorite color to shade with?
To shade with is always Windsor Violet.
Yeah. Menagerie says, hey Scott, just popping in for my lunch break and I want to say that you're awesome and your shorts make my day a little better every time.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful lunch.
Corbin asks, has Scott ever made a video on how to know and understand where to shade? I'm semi-new to the channel and have been binge watching all your videos.
I have not, because for me, that is always based on the light and shadow of your reference. And I have not, Donna's been asking me to do this, and
for months
not been able to come up with a...
He's trying to figure out how to present it, and he can't figure out how to present it, and I think that's the problem. What's your favorite country?
My favorite country? I don't have a favorite country.
Yeah. The camera angle, we see more of Scott. Oh, you're leaning in and they can see your beard. Oh, that's so funny. Lean in again. Lean in where you were doing. Look at. We can see you right over here. We can.
I can't look.
Oh, you can't look and lean. Sorry,
it's in real time.
Look and lean. Oh my God, that's so funny. Sorry, guys. That's comical. Oh my goodness sakes. That's funny. Thanks, Jamie. That was funny. Bethany says, ironically, I'm also working on a video on studio safety, including not putting brushes in your mouth. Good girl. I'm proud of you. We do have a Discord channel. If someone could be so kind as to put the link to the Discord in, that would be lovely. Why is it that when I draw, I like my drawing, but when I see it after some time, I absolutely hate it?
That just means you're
an artist.
Yep. Congratulations.
Scott's favorite paint that he uses is Winsor & Newton. This is my first time on one of your streams. That's Tasha. Scott's drawn Johnny Depp numerous times. There are videos in the Art Hacks playlist about drawing hair. So many. Hi, you won't believe it. The black pen Scott used for watercolor is way too expensive here, but now I found by mistake the same no-name pen, and it's affordable. I'm so happy. Oh,
that's
Lucy,
great.
that's great.
If you could share that with everybody.
Yeah, could you share that?
If you don't mind.
If you're on the Discord, take a picture of it and just put it on the Discord. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get people to share. If you can't find a pen where you live or paper or something, put that in so other people, if they need something, they can find that too. That would be great. It is so hard to know what's available where, you know? I mean, Santa knows, but we're not all Santa, let's put it that way. And even so, there's so many things out there, like, I mean, holy cow. Can you give me some tips? Okay, Shaylee, what kind of tips? Can you give me some tips on making my original art look better? I struggle with that when arting. I would say check the Art Hacks playlist and start there. And then if you have a specific question with a specific medium, that would be easier for Scott to answer.
It's just going to bleed over there, isn't it? All
you
right.
guys are amazing. Whenever I have doubt, you always reply, thank you.
We try.
Yeah, we're doing our best. Donna, do you like Scott with the mullet or no mullet? Okay. Wow. Let's see. Well, I fell in love with Scott with a mullet. And now I roll over and look at him on the pillow every morning, and he has no hair. And I still love him. But when he had the mullet, he had no facial hair. I actually think I like him better with a little beard, a little scruffy. I kind of like it. A little scruff there. I don't know. I still think he's handsome. He still makes my little heart flutter 35 years later. Let's see. I was looking at the musicians section of your website portfolio and I realized your Gerard Way painting is not there yet. Did we sell that one?
Oh yeah, we sold that immediately.
Yeah, we sold that one. That one was up for about 30 seconds. And let's see. There are so many videos on Scott drawing hair and faces and all sorts of things. If you check the Art Hacks playlist, you will be able to see that. All those in there. So start there if that's what you're looking for.
You guys see where the concentrated watercolors are bleeding on her face? I didn't blow dry her face.
No. Oh, yeah. Now, why did you switch to concentrated watercolors? Please explain that.
Because it's super vibrant. Remember, the 12 colors that I have are not super vibrant. Mm-hmm. So whenever I want something to really pop, I'll go to either an ink or concentrated because those are more vibrant. It's not Winsor & Newton isn't vibrant. It's the 12 colors I use aren't particularly vibrant.
Who's your favorite singer?
Oh, right now, Seal.
Mm-hmm. Hey, hello from Ireland. We were just talking about your country the other day. Oh, Emma's here. Let's see. In Deference of the Gnomes, there's a book called Gnomes by Dutch artist Rijn. I'm not going to pronounce that one. With beautiful illustrations and detailed observations of the gnomes' habits, anatomy, and lifestyle. Totally worth it. Okay. I'm not going to get that.
Honey, we've seen that book. That was from the 80s.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Do we have that book?
No, because I don't like gnomes.
I just think that would be funny. What type of pencil do you recommend for sketching and sketches? 6B or something else? Oh, Kate.
It depends on if you just want to just sketch for yourself, like just sketch to sketch, or are you going to ink and paint over it? Because I use a B pencil. I'm sorry, I use an H pencil because I want to erase it easily. 6B
pencils
is
do not
very
erase easily.
soft.
Yeah.
I would always start off with a 2B, which is essentially a number 2 pencil.
To be or not to be?
Yes. And there's a video on that, by the way.
Okay, so EN07S. The paper he's using right now is Arches paper. The paper he uses for his travel journal is a Be Creative 100% cotton sketchbook. So he uses different paper for different things.
Yeah, I'll use Canson paper for other things.
Yeah, it just depends on the mood. It's a mood thing. Hello from Germany. Maxfield Parrish is my favorite too.
Oh yeah.
Gnomes are low key creepy though.
Right?
They really are. Yeah. Let's see. Hello from Kurdistan. Yay.
Hello.
We are such a global community today. I love that. Have you ever painted the Mona Lisa? That's a good question.
I have
you?
not. No.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in her. We went and saw her at the Louvre and
yeah.
it's
you know what?
okay,
I wanted to see it. I wanted to see her. But I was incredibly unimpressed with the size that she was. I thought that painting would be bigger.
No.
And it's this small painting, and it's behind, obviously, bulletproof glass and everything else. But it's amazing to me that it's just because she's so famous, that everybody wants to see her. And I'm happy we saw her. But there were some other paintings and sculptures and statues that really took my breath away, I would say, more than she did.
Yeah, as a work of art, not really that amazing, as it's just iconic.
Yes.
And so therefore, if you get a chance, go see it.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. I have not tried Ferris wheel press inks yet. I am a diamine ink kind of snob, just simply because the color that I've tried several colors, and I tried that one, and I've also tried some Noodler's ink and whatever else. That one is called Writer's Blood, and it just makes me incredibly, ridiculously happy to put that onto a page. I can't explain it. It's like I'm just sort of putting myself onto the paper, which I love. I'm not opposed to trying Ferris wheel press inks, and at some point I'm sure I will. Just haven't gotten there yet. Have you tried mixing colored pencils and markers? I have found when done correctly, they can have amazing results.
I have. I've done lots of videos on it.
Yep. The Lizzo painting is the one that comes to mind when you did that first.
Or Ice Cube. Or...
Yeah. Let's see. Which tape do you use? Most of them hurt the paper.
The one I'm using right now, which is from Plaza Art.
I would consider myself a writer. I would. Did you use AI for the reference for this painting like the other ones for Women's History Month?
I did. So
good question, Hannah.
Here is this is the author that we're going to be kind of referencing. And then I generated 2 images, this one and this one. And so you could see I'm kind of using a little bit of this for the cloth and her earrings. And a little bit of inspiration in some of the hair, but I do that naturally. But I'm using that necklace. And but yeah, it's I think it's good. It gives you inspiration in that way. Again, I don't agree with the stealing of the artists completely, but that's not for me to say or whatever at this point. I mean, I could say this is a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's like I'm not able to do anything about it, and therefore it's still here, so I might as well use it to my benefit.
A good similar ink pen / marker is a Pigma brush pen. Yes, that is very true. And they are waterproof.
All right, blow dryer.
what is your favorite color?
Payne's Gray.
Lula says, not gonna lie, it took me a minute to figure out that was Scott's beard. Like, what's he using that sponge for? Oh, you got a couple people on here are saying that watching these lives makes their day better.
Oh, thank you.
Guys are so
Having
cute.
you here makes my day better.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. Yesterday, Scott and I were we were busy doing behind the scenes work stuff for the channel and the movies we're trying to get going and all of this stuff. And for some reason, usually our Tuesdays and Thursdays are a little bit lighter. They have been for about a month or so. And yesterday he was down here like all day until like 3 o'clock or so. And I was upstairs on my computer all day. And we were both just like head down, focused. And it was really kind of crazy. So we're very happy that we're here today because this is a fun part of our week. Have you painted any of the supernatural characters? I want to say you have.
I did. And there's a video on it, but it's on TikTok.
Josh is a part of the brush in mouth community and I am upset. Okay, so here's why we say don't do that. Because there are paints that are toxic, like the cadmium paints, and you will get poisoned from those. So if you use those paints and put your brush in your mouth to form and shape your brush, which I get it, it's a thing, but honestly, like there has to be another way to shape your brush to where you won't hurt yourself in the process. And
Well, that's what you have kids for.
Scott Christian.
Here, lick this.
Lick this. Oh my God. Anyway, ignore him, please. Syed says, I just can't find inspiration and just don't have time to do art. I only practice drawing on summer vacation and want to pursue art. Do you have any tips?
Journal. Just draw. You don't need inspiration to sketch the world around you. Sketch a salt shaker. Sketch
at lunch.
Cars. Sketch people. Whatever.
Yep.
Just journal. Just fill your sketchbook, and you'll find inspiration. But if you don't find inspiration, you'll at least get better at drawing.
5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. If you want to, you can find the time. That's what I said to myself when I realized I wasn't journaling enough and I wanted to journal more. You can make 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. That's all you got to do. 5 minutes. What tips do you have for painting cats? Can we defer to Bethany Primrose?
Take a photo.
One? Yeah. They're going to move. They're going to move.
Blow dryer.
Oh, they can see the beard again.
All right, so again, you guys will see it is 10:22, so we are not going to be able to finish this in time, but...
Okay. Brandy B says, blah, ha, 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 working away and only half listening. That's what we have kids for. Oh my gosh. I'm from the oops, grabbed the paint water cup and almost drank it group. Hey, Paul Pix is here. It's Paul. Hey, at least it was an almost. Why does your voice fade while you laugh? Because I back away from the microphone.
She's doing that as a public service.
Yeah, it's a public. Yeah, see, Bethany says, I literally got lead poisoning in college, 0 stars, do not recommend. And that's why you shouldn't lick your brushes. I'm just saying.
We shouldn't have to tell you this, people.
It's because we don't want anyone else having lead poisoning or cadmium poisoning or something else like that. We just want you guys to be safe. We want you to make tons and tons of art and be happy and have a good life and be safe. So please don't do that. Let's see. Do you have any tips for drawing a character in a book? Because I find it pretty hard.
Yeah, you have to do your research and read the descriptions and all of that. That's why I don't do it. That's a lot of work.
That being said, you do come up with your own original characters.
Yeah, but I don't have to look and see what they're, and even so, drawing your original characters is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever painted a cat?
I have, yeah, many times.
Have you drawn dinosaurs?
Yes.
Do you like fountain pens?
Not particularly.
I love them. Oh my my God, I'm writing with them one right now. I am happy to be able to finally join the lives again as my exams are finished. I missed y'all. I wanted to ask, do you have any advice on how to draw exactly like the reference?
Trace.
I'm going to do research on you for my school art journal. Is there anything you like to say that I can add?
No, I wish I did. If you have a particular question, I'll be happy to answer it. But
Sure. Or email us.
I don't have a prepared statement. Sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't prepare. Trust me. There's no preparation here. Donna does not do art like Scott. Donna writes in a journal. New challenge idea. Draw the character 2B from the video game Nier Automata using only a 2B pencil. And Sarah gave you a tip. You're so funny.
Oh, thank you.
Donna, I got sucked down the red panda rabbit hole the other day. Was cuteness overload. Paul, I am telling you, OMG. If you follow one Red Panda thing, follow Red Panda Network, and they're doing such great work. Such great work over in Nepal, I'm telling you. Good morning. My name is Nikolai. I was wondering, how do you paint blonde hair? I'm doing a Legolas painting and I need some help.
Oh, gosh.
Good question.
Yeah. So what you want to do is leave a lot of space. You don't want to do a lot of shading. That's the thing. So here, let me. Do I have a blonde hair in here?
I don't know. Where was the Legolas painting that you...
No, I'm just looking to see.
I think you did colored hairs, but I don't ever think you did blonde hair.
Yeah.
You're not a blonde hair.
But you want to have your shadows, where it folds over, but you're going to just want to leave like this could, instead of pink, could have been blonde. And you could do something like that. But basically you just want to leave you see, this is kind of reddish blonde here. Very little lines. More lines where it's darker, and then very light lines elsewhere.
Do you use negative space for this drawing?
Yeah, I'm always looking at negative space. So I'm looking at these shapes here. I'm creating shapes here, and then I'll outline them and I'll tighten that up, like this little loop here and this little space here, kind of breaking up the shapes.
The Ooga Booga says, have you heard of Faber-Castell? If you have, can you show me one of their products? In my opinion, it's my favorite art company because it's good quality and affordable.
Yes. Here's a Faber-Castell pencil right here. Trying to think of what other Faber-Castell things I have.
Whoa, AI is also stealing medical images. It is rapidly shifting more and more illegal. That's not okay.
Yeah.
See, I just have never understood that. Anyways, I'm not going to go on a tangent. I could, but I'm too tired to go on a tangent. That ought to tell you something about where my brain is today. Just got some cheap paintbrushes and they are good. Do I need to spend lots on expensive ones?
No, if they're good, I use cheap paintbrushes normally too.
Scott loves cheap paintbrushes.
Yeah. This is a very flimsy...
Pastel Uni says, hello, I'm happy to be able to finally join the lives again as my exams are over.
You said that already, I think.
I did. I thought, I read that one. Wait a minute, I read this one. I love traditional painting, but I refuse to do it because color mixing gets me so every time. Okay.
Don't do it if you don't like it.
Yeah, Donna, you write too. I'm not planning on showing anyone or anything, but I've been weighing a story about one of my OCs.
Original characters.
Yeah. I know what OC is.
Well, I didn't know.
That's fantastic. You don't have to show anybody. You can write for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to show anybody anything. I started notes on a book, 5 years ago. I think they're still in my computer somewhere. I don't know where. But I did. I started notes in a book. It's never going to go anywhere. But why
Don't
not
ever
write
say
stuff?
it's never going to go anywhere. But
Well, I don't feel like that one would. I have some ideas for another book that I would want to put together. But I don't think that one will ever go anywhere. I mean, it might. You never know. Let's see. Hello. I love your art and your videos. They inspire me so much. For the Grabby Pocket Watercolor Kit, how do you carry water? Oh, that's a good question.
You're gonna have to carry it separately. That doesn't
Yeah.
include it.
Hi, baby.
The Windsor and Newton has its own flask.
Stairs. Oh. Hang on, guys. I gotta just someone's gotta go up these stairs here real quick. Here you go. Look at this.
Almost done with this, and then we will end the live.
Okay. You're good. Take your time. This is so gorgeous.
Well, thank you. It is been a challenge, which some of them just kind of click, like the I think the Mary Shelley one just kind of clicked, and then some of them you got to work hard at.
Okay. Love your work. Do you
Thank
think
you.
a limited color palette for watercolor is important?
Yeah, I do. I think a limited palette is good for any piece of art. What I try to do is decide, maybe what 2 or 3 colors am I going to be the center of attention on that piece, and then try to formulate everything. So this one was purple and yellow. So that's they're usually some form of complementary colors.
Lots of people like cheap brushes because they don't want to spend a lot of money on them.
Yeah.
How far up are you from the table? The angle makes you look like you are pretty far. He's standing up. He's not slouching over. He's standing up.
Yeah. The table is just below my belly button.
Waist high. Waist
Yeah.
high.
And
he's never done tarot cards.
so, all right. So
What's your
off screen, what you guys are gonna see when you see the video later today, I'm gonna fill in a lot of this. I'm gonna outline a lot of this. This is gonna be brown. I'll put in the colors to here, and then I'm gonna put in a secondary color for the background to give it a little bit more oomph. And then I'll put the outline, and then I'll be done. But I think it'll come out okay. I'm definitely gonna darken up the hair because right now everything is the same value, and so you got it. So I'm gonna need to darken up the hair. So I don't know if I'm gonna go in with
They already want to know if you're going to do Halloween stuff this year. I will get him to do a couple of Halloween things for this year. We'll do that. Let me say this too. Like, if you're using the travel, any travel watercolor set, and you're somewhere and you don't have, like, I can't tell you how many times we've been either sitting in a restaurant or we've been sitting somewhere else. They'll bring you a little tiny cup of water if you want to sit there. I mean, if you're going to order lunch and you're going to sit and paint, or you're going to have a cup of coffee and you're going to sit and paint or whatever, you can get a little cup of water and they'll give it to you. And it's not a big deal to do that, And you could always do your sketching and your inking and then put it away and do the watercolors when you get home too. But you can easily do that. Or if you carry a water bottle with you, you could always carry a water bottle with one of those little screw-on, screw-off cups, and just know that drink out of the water bottle and use the little cup for your paints, and then just wash it when you get home. His wife doesn't do art. However, if you look at, was it a week ago I did the journaling one?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. If you look, I did a journaling live and I sort of took over the channel, and you can see the journaling stuff and you can see what I do on there. When he says blow dryer, it's like when they shout grenade in video games.
Yeah. Fire in the hole!
You're so funny. There aren't any watercolor paints that aren't poisonous? I heard it was a blue color.
No. These watercolor paints aren't. Watercolor paints in general aren't poisonous. No. It's cadmium is a color. It's an old color, and you don't need to get that.
Yeah, you don't need that. There are also ones that are cadmium free.
Yeah.
And if you go to the art store, you can ask them, say, look, I'm looking for some non-toxic paints that would be good professional paints or whatever, beginner paints or whatever. Yes, Animal Crackers is on Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah. All right, we're going to call it a day for today. I will finish this up. I will post a video later on.
Evie is considering starting a journal, but is scared they're going to lose motivation. Okay, I have lost motivation on and off for the last however many years. Just buy or get a notebook that you already have sitting around the house and a pen that feels good in your hand, and start with that. Don't buy anything. Just start with something you have. If you don't have anything, go to the store and treat yourself to like if you go to like TJ Maxx or something, they have journals for like $3.99, and buy yourself a pen that's pretty and start there. Don't go and buy all the supplies. But the biggest thing is to set aside time every day. I journal every night after dinner. We make dinner together, we eat dinner together, we do the dishes, and then Scott comes downstairs to do whatever he's going to do, and then I journal. Make a time every day, and it doesn't have to be more than 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes every day, but give yourself 5 minutes. That's it. Everybody, there's just so many more questions, but you know what? Wrap them all up. We're going to answer more on Fart Around Friday, or put your questions in afterwards. We've never been to Hong Kong. Actually, we've never been to the Far East at all, but we'd love to go. And we'll answer your questions on Friday. Yeah, this one says at the dollar store, Temu, they sell books for $1 or $2. Go to the dollar store, buy a journal book for $1 and buy a pen for $1. Boom, $2 and you can journal. There you go.
Bob's your uncle.
But the washi tape. No, don't start with washi tape. Don't go down the rabbit hole. But, okay. We love you guys. Scott's got 12 colors in his mixing palette, and I'm going to sign off for the day. Thanks for being here.